place is finished.
They put more money into the military than into the infrastructure, man. The money is going all to the military, the weapons, the technology, that's where all the money is going.
And then weapons, the military and the weapons that they're making, all the money they're spending on it, that ain't just for them to hold up and hoard. They plan on using every last bit of it. They plan on using every last fighter jet. All right, they plan on using every last nuclear missile they made. All right, and they're going to use them. America's going to use it. France going to use it. North Korea sure is going to use theirs.
Yeah, they can't wait to do this.
Iran can't wait to blast off. Pakistan, India, Russia, every nation that has nuclear capabilities is going to blast off in that day.
Right. Russia can't wait. Where's right there?
Oh yeah, Russia. And Russia's mad, right? Because you know what happened with that FIFA scandal, right?
Oh yeah.
FIFA is the Federation of International Football Association, right? That's well, not association, but it's like it's the governing body of world football. Okay, like the NFL like just runs one league, right? FIFA runs all the leagues, all the games, right? So they all have to play the same rules, so it's all ran by the top. But they got
FIBA's basketball.
and FIBA is the basketball one, and that's why they changing their rules. But what happened is that they were getting all kinds of money wired to them. They're just being dirty, corrupt, like just like everyone else is. You think these guys who build these casinos don't get secret money under the table? All right, all these insider traders on Wall Street, they all do it. Jamie Dimon, all right? You look at what Enron, Moody's, okay? All right, the so-called white man in America, the FBI, finally decided to go in and mess up the party, so to speak. Why? Because they want to piss off Russia. Because Putin's like, yo, America only did that because they don't want Russia to have the World Cup in 2018. All right,
all that money coming to them.
Yeah, all that money. They want to make Russia. That's part of their sanctions because they can't stop people from going to Russia. Everyone watching the games there.
They're provoking them.
They're provoking them.
They're gonna end up going to war with Russia. That's why they about to put missile defense shields out there. It was like Poland or something. One of them Eastern European countries, which is bordering Russia. So that's a provocation. That's why they went after people to provoke Russia to try to do something.
Yeah, because they're trying to say that, oh, it's human rights, right? Russia rather mean the homosexual, so-called. They have laws against homosexuals. You can't promote homosexuality. It's against the law, which is a good law. According to our law, you're supposed to put a faggot to death, right? According to our law, the law of the Bible, you're supposed to kill them on the spot. Both of them. Women, lesbians, you're supposed to kill them on the spot. All right?
But what about Jesus? Doesn't he
The Lord's gonna come back and start get bloody, man.
When he talks about, throw the first stone, isn't that all about?
That was with that specific situation. Right. But nowhere in the scriptures does he ever say that the law is done away with. Matter of fact, when he came on the scene, he was actually teaching the law.
Right. Yeah, he was talking to the Pharisees about that, saying, "Oh, don't be judging this woman here, because you guys are doing all kinds of dirty shit, you know."
But if they weren't doing all kinds of dirty, then they were in the righteous state to do something about it. Is what you're saying?
Well, them wicked guys, the Pharisees, were being wicked because they rejected the Lord, right? And they were ran by the Romans. It's like at these churches today, like guys like these other Israelite groups like IUIC, ISUPK, they got 501c3s. They're all under the guise of the so-called white man's approval.
Oh, wait.
So they sold out to the Romans, man, just like those other guys did. That's why that's why the Romans killed the Lord. Right? Yahweh Shai, they killed the Lord because they gave him unto the Romans. The Israelites, the people, the Jews living there at the time, demanded the Romans to go and do that. It's like our people saying, hey, telling Obama to go and kill Jesse Jackson or some shit.
Right. Even though he wanted to.
Right. But, I hope Obama does do something like that. Man. He better do something.
Something good.
Something good, But he is, he's getting this place, he's destroying this place faster than you could imagine. And then 8 years of Obama, right? The so-called white man thinks it's all Obama's fault. He's just taking orders.
Right.
All right?
It's a puppet, if I may speak on that, bro. Because when Bush was doing it, everybody was watching Bush. What are you doing? Don't be doing that. Because nobody trusted him or his dad. So So they was watching it, but now that Obama come in with a nice smooth tongue, nobody's paying attention to it. That's why he passed all these executive orders during the holiday times and stuff like that that people still don't know about. NDAA and so on and so on, the National Food Preparedness Act. You can't even prep nowadays. You're not supposed to.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you're not like they look for you. Got doomsday prepper type people. They'll stop you from gardening. You got to get permits to start gardening in your own yards and shit.
The telecommunications, where they got every form of communication that they can use for government aid if they choose.
Yeah, it's the NSA and all that.
Yeah.
So
illegal to prep for 10 days? It's illegal to.
well, yeah, they're gonna catch you.
Yeah.
They're gonna, that's gonna be a form of them to go and arrest you under suspicion of the Patriot Act.
Right.
That's a law right now?
Yeah, the law's on the books, they just not enforcing it. They just don't.
They're executive
But
orders.
when this stuff, it's like,
Ready to be enforced.
when this society collapses, when the economic collapse happens, they're gonna go look for people that got garters and they're gonna throw them in jail.
Or people who got their guns registered, they bought their guns all legally. They got background checks. They know which gun serial number you got. They know where you live. This and that. They're gonna go to those doors first. Get your guns.
They even got you by your tracking your internet history.
IP address.
IP addresses, man.
Yep.
So they're gonna feed you, they just don't want you to feed yourself?
Right, because they can't feed you bullshit. If you're not gonna feed yourself bullshit, so they need to spoon feed you bullshit.
Now, because people are saying, "Hey, we don't want to eat our GMOs no more. We don't want to. We want to go back to eating our organic stuff." That's hurting the so-called white man's business, man. That's hitting this red line. This corporations like Monsanto, they have to feed you their GMOs. Why? Because it kills you. It throws off your hormones. But they pump it up with estrogen. They pump it up with all kinds of wicked stuff. They spray in the sky with chemtrails.
And mainly with us Israelites, it hardens our pineal gland. It calcifies the pineal gland, where we can't have that connection to the Heavenly Father. That spiritual connection.
That's only a certain bloodline though?
Well, no, it does everybody like that.
Because I feel like kind of draggy myself, unless I smoke a little bit.
Keep going.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
And that's talking about the so-called white man's philosophies. Okay, all around the world, he wants all around the world to be like Vegas. You got women with their asses out, titties out. Okay.
Adultery's heavy out here.
That's all they do out here, right? Homosexuality. That's what Russia's like. We don't want to deal with that. It's part of their moral decay. But America say, hey, you gotta let fag, you gotta promote that.
Protect.
All right. Well, what other philosophies are so-called white man? Evolution. Oh, he's telling women to get abortions. He's sending out Planned Parenthood, UN to sterilize women, stop them having kids. Oh, he puts out depopulation. He puts it out there. Oh, overpopulated. The world's overpopulated. That's why there's global warming, which is a lie, a hoax. Okay? There's enough everywhere for everyone to eat, but the white man likes poisoning the well, all right? Like they spilled the oil over there by the Channel Islands. He's fracking everything, which just kills the aquifers. So there's drought in California, and it's over here too, in Arizona and Nevada. That's just, he's making it even worse.
You guys don't believe in evolution just a little bit?
There's no proof at all whatsoever that evolution actually is a factual thing. There's no evidence behind
It's just
it.
theory.
Where's the missing link at?
And then Darwin,
He refuted that.
he refuted his theories. Because his is based on little birds and shit. When you look into it, on the Galapagos Islands, little birds, finches, you start reading it, the real Darwinism. He later said, well, that was just a theory. You shouldn't use it for other things. But the white man during the time of his eugenics, which is another line of his, eugenics, was all about trying to prove that he was a superior being. That the middleman between apes and the white man, who's the prime evolution, was who? The people on that side. You guys were the missing link. You were part ape. You weren't fully evolved yet. You weren't a white man.
Which is why when the so-called white man came over here, he called the Native Americans savages. He called them animals. The same thing he did to the slaves that he brought over here. He made them subhuman. So if you believe in evolution, that means you believe that these people are the missing link.
And the amended Constitution says that the black man is 3/5 of a man. All right?
That still stands today.
I think Obama would have fixed it, right?
3/5 he's not. 5/5 is whole. 3/5 is less than whole.
Yep. And then
So
so
less than the whole.
Who's the whole?
so-called white man.
Everybody that's not a black
Because
man.
the white man,
Everybody that's not on the
and
side.
they amended that because they didn't have enough votes to have enough representation in the House or in Congress. So they said, okay, well we got all these black slaves, well, we got to give them some. They're subhuman. We
because
can't give
only
them
the
the
men
vote.
were allowed to
No,
own
okay, they're
property.
3/5. So they added them all up 3/5 wise, so they could get more
So it
representation.
will take 3 of them to make 2.
Which shows you that the white man don't really, he just plays, man. He don't really believe what he's doing, man. One moment you're this, the next moment you're that. Okay, you're nothing, you're subhuman, but now wait, you're 3/5 now, but you're still subhuman. You're still dirt then. You're still a slave. All right, keep going.
Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
Neither keep it at home. The so-called white man has to go everywhere. Right? That's
Say,
got a demon. Right? So-called white man, that's why he's right now in Afghanistan. Why'd you go to Afghanistan? Bin Laden wasn't even never in Afghanistan when they found him, supposedly. He was in Pakistan, where America's been at. Wouldn't they have enough intelligence to know where Obama's at? I mean, no, Osama was at. But still, that was just a big hoax. Because Osama was a CIA agent the whole time.
Yep.
He was on the books. So when you really start looking at it, that's how you know, like, the so-called white man's a damn devil. Everything's deception. Everything's glitz and glamour. The strip is all nice, but you go over there, it's all nasty. Some hotels look all nice outside. When you go inside, smell like cigarettes and shit in there. There's old vomit on the goddamn carpets. Keep going.
who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death and cannot be satisfied.
He enlarges his desire as hell. Because everywhere is hell now. The people in South America, and Central America, they were living freely at one time, but now they live poor as hell. The people they used to live in I've been out there in the rainforest, all right? You could live off the land, but you can't because why? There's a monetary system. There's a thing called the Federal Reserve note, the money. And they can't make that money. Yeah, they could live off the boat, but they can't make any money, so they're poor. They can't do anything. Why is that? It's because you're so-called white man, which is also part of his wine. And his desire as hell is that wicked-ass monetary system, which is based upon lies, based upon blind faith, debt, fiat. So people will say, like, I'm an atheist, I don't believe in God, so you believe, but you believe in the Federal Reserve note?
Right.
That's backed by nothing, man. That's they call it debt recurring currency. All it is another debt that's someone else's debt that someone's supposed to pay. A promissory note that someone's going to pay that later on. To who? Someone in the Federal Reserve who's not even federal. It's a private. It's a private. It's a private bank, owned by the Rothschilds, owned by men, white men, Edomites.
Start those same Jews,
So-called Jews. Same guys who funded Columbus, funded the slave trade, funded the Opium Wars. Same guys. Them same guys in the Opium Wars, you think they ain't got their hand in the opium right now? 'Cause that's what's killing Vegas, right? Opium, methamphetamines.
Yeah.
Everyone's on some damn smack.
Yep.
Right?
Pills here.
And then the pills, right? The pills, the pharmaceutical drugs, where do they get those? Those are all opiates. They get them from the poppy fields, man.
Afghanistan.
So Big Pharma, that's the biggest drug dealer on the planet Earth.
Yep.
And who's the CEO of Big Pharma? The so-called white man. Who's the top shareholders? The so-called white man. Who are the investors of Pfizer and all these other pharmaceuticals? It's the so-called white man. And you look up that word pharma, pharmikos, it means sorcery. It means witchcraft in the Greek.
Like the symbol for the medicine is the producers with the sun disco. Showing you they got that satanic vibration of it.
So that's what we're telling you. Everything is deeply satanic. When you look at the Eiffel Tower, like, oh, that's nothing. Well, that's satanic. That's an obelisk.
Phallic symbol.
Phallic symbol.
Which goes back to Egypt.
Which goes back in the Luxor, you go in there. That's all an old school Egyptian thing, which all goes back to being worshiping of the sun.